go live. Viewers in the chat, somebody in the background right now lurking. It's time for the game to start soon. But before that, I'm here to pump you up. Get that starting screen music going. Yeehaw. Gotta make sure I can hear myself. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Sounds good. If anything changes, let me know in the chat. I guess we'll go live right now. Cole Keller is here. Good to see you, Cole. Oh, hey, what's going on, Chiefs Kingdom? Just relaxing here, having a coffee before the game. Was there a game tonight? Who's playing again? Your Kansas City Chiefs, my Kansas City Chiefs, versus the Houston Texans. One of the hottest defenses in the league right now. Every week we play somebody, and they say they're the hottest defense in the league right now. Tonight's no different. Cole Keller's in the chat. Good to see you, Cole. Happy to have you. I'm here to remind you guys of who the heck we are. Because I got to tell you, the voices of the little chicken littles in Chiefs Kingdom are getting loud. Some of the pundits, I am in disbelief of the doubt and the challenges I've seen for these Chiefs. Has it been a tough season? Yeah. Is it the ball not bouncing our way sometimes? Yeah. Have we made some mistakes and shot ourselves in the foot? Abso-freaking-lutely we have. And the result of that is we're 6-6. And all 6 of those games that we've lost, we have lost by 1 score. And one of the games we won by 1 score. But the other 5 games we won, every single game, double digits. When we don't play with our food, I submit to you, Kansas City Chief fans, when we don't play with our food, when we don't play like a little cat in the corner with a mouse thinking, no, we're just going to turn it on when we get a chance to. When we don't do that, when we are wired tight, when we are focused, when we don't make mistakes and shoot ourselves in the foot, we're unbeatable. When we run the ball with the running backs 20 plus times, I've said it a gajillion times, I'll say it again. We win 98% of those games. And when we don't, it flips. It completely flips over. We lose 98% of the games where we don't run the ball with our running backs 20 plus times. I'm going to show you an example tonight of a time we didn't run the ball with our backs. We didn't run it much at all. We almost won the game because of our quarterback, Alex Smith? Yeah, it was an Alex Smith game. And the reason I'm going to bring it up is to show an example of how it doesn't matter how great of a game you have. If you don't run the ball, you get beat. If you can't get off the field, if you can't eat clock. Part of running the ball is eating clock, giving the opponents chances to cool their heels on the sideline. Just go chill over there, opposing offense. Don't stay warm. Don't stay in focus. Don't stay tuned up. Just go sit down and, think. Why don't you go over there and sit down and watch us play? Watch the best quarterback in the NFL today go to work. Watch our running back, who's back in town again for second ride with the team. Still doesn't have a ring, still wants that ring, fighting for that ring. Getting 4+ yards of carry in games and getting sat down while we forget to run the ball. Watch him run like ape shit. I want to say ape shit. Go crazy is basically what I want to say. Grape Ape. We had Grape Ape on Hanna-Barbera cartoons when I was a kid, and he would get crazy for grapes. And he would smash stuff, and he would be unstoppable. Kareem Hunt is that guy. Kareem Hunt is our locomotive on offense in the run game. The dude is churning the legs, plowing through people. He's a bulldozer. He's a little tank, and I love him. And I want to see him get his ring. I want to see this whole team get a ring. Got to get in the playoffs first. I'm going to show you an example of how we could get in the playoffs, how we could even be the 2 seed. The 2 seed as division champs of the AFC West for a 10th time. Even with the Raiders getting blown out as expected by the Broncos. Do you understand that the AFC West is still in our sights? It's still a possibility. This ain't over. To quote a man, I'm going to illuminate with a game tonight with some of the stats. To quote a quarterback who once said, "This isn't over. Everything that's happened is because we've done it to ourselves." Chris Jones crashing down inside trying to play hero ball against the Chargers. Do we win the game? I don't know. But if he stays outside and contains, they don't get a first down on 3rd and 14. We get the ball back. Patrick's got a good chance to go down and score in Brazil and win the game anyway, even though we lost Worthy on the 3rd play of the game. The next week at home against the Eagles, we're already leading. We're going in to bring our lead, get our lead bigger against the Eagles, and Travis Kelce tips the ball to the defense. Self-admitted, didn't get his head around fast enough. Didn't lock on, tipped the ball to the defense. They win that football game by 1 score. Jacksonville Jaguars, beating them by 14, going down to get lackadaisical inside the 10-yard line, throw a pick for touchdown. 99-yard touchdown return to Devin Lloyd, awesome linebacker. Please, Brett Veach, see if you can extract him from that team next year. I would love to see Devin Lloyd in Kansas City red and gold. Kevin Capel, I see you there, buddy. Sure, hope our defense shows up as themselves at home. If you don't, we're going from out of the palace and into the ditch. It could happen. Again, it could happen. People are counting this team out. Do you know who we are? Do you know who our quarterback is? Not you, Kevin. I'm not picking on you. I got a message for Mike Florio from PFT. I don't care about your spaghetti and meatballs pick. I made my homemade spaghetti and meatballs for the first time in a long time because I don't eat a lot of carbs anymore. Because I'm just like, you know what? I got to go ahead and turn this Sicilian spaghetti and meatballs upside down with my Northern Italian spaghetti and meatballs. The Chiefs are coming to play tonight. The Chiefs are coming to play tonight. Let's get into some stats really quick because the first thing you guys need to know is it's leave no doubt o'clock. Time for playing around is over. We get everybody's best. It does look delicious, doesn't it, Kevin? We get everybody's best game every week. And for the first time in a minute, when we've had a good team, we're struggling. We're not closing things out like we normally do. We play extra games every year. Oh, Patrick Mahomes is having his worst season. Yeah. When the bar is lose in overtime in the AFC Championship, it's not hard to have a worse season than that. It's really hard to maintain that for, since 2018. 8 years. 7 going on 8. 5 Super Bowl appearances, 2 AFC Championship overtime losses, 2 Super Bowl losses, 3 Super Bowl wins. Don't forget about that. 3 Super Bowl appearances in a row. Don't forget about that. People in Chiefs Kingdom, I haven't said this in a while. I'm going to share it again. It used to be a hallmark of this show, and I've kind of gotten away from it, but it's got to come back because y'all need to hear it. In case you don't know, this is a Chiefs channel. Chiefs Chat with Thunder Dan is a Chiefs channel. If you're not here to support Kansas City Chiefs football, kindly leave. Kindly leave. If you don't think we have a chance, if you think it's over, go be a Raider fan. Go root for the Broncos. Call the Rams. They need fans. Even though they're winning, they got a great quarterback. They got solid players all around. Still can't get a home field advantage at SoFi. Go root for someone else. This is Chiefs Kingdom. This is not for the faint of heart. We went through many years of almost and what could have, should have, would have been. And we're in our glory days right now, and we are going to enjoy it, whether you want to think it's the way it should be or not. The games lately, when we lose, and even when we win, that especially when we won that 1-by-1 score, that game and the 6 losses by 1 score. Tell me if you guys have felt this too. I felt like shades of 2017. Shades of 2016. Shades of, especially 2017, Alex Smith having his best season ever as a quarterback. And there's one game that encapsulated the problem. As great as he played, our defense couldn't get off the field on 3rd and long. Against the Cowboys, couldn't get off the field on 3rd and long. Other games can't get off the field on 3rd and long. That's got to change. Spags will figure it out. I believe in him. Most of the time, guys are admitting we were out of position. We had backups in. They weren't where they were supposed to be. Chris Jones tapped himself a couple times. The cutting inside against the Chargers. The I'm not going to make an effort against the Jags. That game for sure. If he gets Trevor Lawrence on the ground, that game's over. We win. Had 2 chances and didn't hustle on the same play. I'm giving him grace on that. You know why? First of all, because he's been awesome for a long time. Secondly, he had a tragedy in his family. That stuff plays with your mind. You're not 100% yourself sometimes right after that stuff's happened, and it had just happened. So God bless, Chris. I hope you're well. I hope you're better. I hope you got the fire of a champion in your heart tonight and going forward. And if this is your last hurrah in Kansas City, as some people think it might be, contract-wise, it's an elephant next year. It's over $44 million. It's a lot. 12% of our cap. That's got to change. That's got to be structured, or there's going to be some movement. But if that's the case, dude, go out like Frank Clark did. Go out like a champ. Just get after it. Give everything you got. Leave it all in the field. And if you get nicked up, we can't trade you. You'll be a Chief again next year until you get healthy again. And we'll take care of you because we love you. You're a beast, dude. The numbers aren't there this year. They're just not. I don't know what's going on with that, but it's just there's a lot of mistakes being made by a lot of different guys. Trent McDuffie, I hope he doesn't ask for $30 million because he'll probably be gone. He'll probably be gone. I like Trent a lot. He's one of the best corners in the league against 95% of the receivers in the league. But if he gets up against a big body guy who's quick in space and snatches the balls out of the air, he has a hard time. Enter CD Lamb. Got to get off the ball. Got to get off the field on 3rd and long. Here's my example I wanted to share with you guys. 2017 against the New York Jets. Okay, this game, look at this game. Chiefs are up 7-0. Chiefs are up 14-0. Jets score. It's 14-7. Jets score again. It's 14-14. Then halftime came. Before I move on, I was watching this game at a bar called Jalapeno Pete's in Los Angeles when I used to live there. And we had a guest in town, a special guest, and I'm never going to let him live this one down. I'm sure he's a great guy. He's covered a lot of Chiefs stuff. He's a Chiefs icon on the pundit side. Pete Sweeney was in town. Pete, if you remember this, I'm calling you out, dog, because this was not cool. Alex Smith is playing like a champ. He's playing like a stud. Obviously, you see 14-0 lead, and the defense gives it up in the first half to get it tied. Halftime comes, and I don't know what Pete's like as a public speaker, but they kind of put him on the spot, had him up there talking a little bit. I think he just wanted to be like a guest and, talk for like a couple minutes. But he got up there and he like decided to tell a joke. They asked him to tell a joke. He said, "I got a joke." He said, "Oh, did you hear there was a shooting in Kansas City?" I mean, kind of dark humor, but whatever. There was a shooting in Kansas City, or a robbery. I can't remember if he said shooting or robbery, but it was an armed robbery in Kansas City. We'll say that it's less violent. And the Chiefs showed up, and Alex Smith was there with the victim, and he said he was there trying to help them. And the victim was unconscious, and some onlookers were saying, "Oh, they think he was the criminal." And upon investigating, the cops decided it couldn't have been Alex Smith because the criminal had thrown the gun away, and the gun was too far away from him for him to have thrown it. Alex Smith in this game was bawling out. He was bawling out to the tune of 19 of 33 for 366 yards and 4 touchdowns. And Pete was making noodle arm jokes. I was pissed. I'm like, this is a Chiefs bar packed to the gills. They had a second room, a reserve room. That was packed. Their patio, packed. Supporting our team. And a Chiefs pundit comes in who's supposed to be a Chiefs homer, obviously a little bit, and he's making jokes about our quarterback. And I was like, what is wrong with Chiefs Kingdom? And I think it was an epidemic. It was a symptom of the sickness of can't win, can't win, can't win. This team just went many, many years, just couldn't get it done. Not to mention he had one carry for 70 yards, Alex Smith had. One carry for 70 yards. Kareem Hunt and Akeem Hunt, our running backs, had 10 carries total, 42 yards. Guess what? 366 and 4 touchdowns, no picks, plus you run for 70 yards, you still lose. When you got a defense that can't stop them and can't get off the field. I'm not even going to read the breakdown because I don't know what that reporter said, and it'll just drive me nuts. Chiefs took the lead after the second quarter, 17-14. Jets take the lead with a touchdown, 21-17. They extend the lead with a field goal, 24-17. Chiefs get a touchdown, tied 24-all. Field goal Jets, touchdown Chiefs. We got the lead, 9:13 to go. Can the defense stop anybody? No. 38-31. And how do I know we couldn't get off the field on fourth down? How do I remember this? Because when you see things like this, you go back and you look at the team stats. Any guesses what the time of possession was in that game? How lopsided it was? We scored 31 points. What do you think? 35-25? 35 minutes to 25 minutes? 32-27? 28? No. They had the ball for 42 minutes and 49 seconds to our 17 minutes and 11 seconds. We refused to run the ball with Kareem Hunt, fresh-legged young Kareem Hunt. Refused to run the ball and could not get off the field on defense on third down and long. We got him in third and long a lot and couldn't get off the field. What's one thing we have that other teams don't have? Every loss is by one score, by between 2 to 7 points. There might be a 1-point loss in there somewhere, I don't know, but at least 2 to 7 points at the most. That's a damn competitive team. And the wins were blowing people out except for one where we won by one score. When we're clicking, we're blowing people out. So when you're doing that, when your schedule shows you've done that, that's 3 points. 3-point loss. 3-point loss. 7-point loss. Blew out the Commanders. Blanked and blew out the Raiders. Blew out the Lions. 3-point loss to the Jags. 17-point win over the Ravens, who thankfully Pittsburgh beat them today. We'll get into that. Blew out the Giants 22-9. 3-point loss to the Eagles when we were going in to score and turn the ball over at the 5-yard line. 6-point loss to start off with the Chargers in Brazil, which was ridiculous. The fact they even did that. Let's go to the injury report real quick. Let's give you that. Broncos have played the Raiders 2 times and won by a total of 10 points. We beat them 31-1. 31 in one game. Broncos will be one and done. I believe so too. We're going to cover that real quick. It's only 7:04. We get time. I'm here to pump you guys up. I got to get the frustration out first. I had to get the frustration out first because you remember those Alex Smith days and people would give him no respect. And the fact that a pundit came down and would say something like that. Here's our injury report. Chris Wallen-Wallace, who's been playing great. CRW, he's been playing great. He's out. Nico Remigio, love Nico. He's out. Our little Filipino wonder. Return guy. Little muscle hamster. That dude's a stud. He's out. And for the Houston Texans, Jalen Reed and Jamal Hill, backup guys, they're out. Now, doubtful for us, Trey Smith and Jawan Taylor. And, of course, our left tackles, they have Wanya Morris listed. Although I wouldn't be surprised to see Jalen Moore there and Wanya Morris on the right side. But we'll see. We'll see what the Chiefs do. I don't know why you put the weaker of the two on Patrick's blind side. It makes no sense. But we'll see. These are still just doubtful. They're not out. Miracles happen. We'll see what happens tonight. On the Texans side, the one that's still questionable for them, Kamari Lassiter. Kamari Lassiter has played every game. He's played every game for them. He's the second leading tackler on the team. That's big. He and Derek Stingley are the two top corners. Stingley's got 11 passes defensed. Kamari's got 10 passes defensed. Stingley's got 3 picks. Kamari's got 2. Now, Kalen Bullock, their safety's got 4 because there are people trying to come back on him late or whatever. And Jalen Petrie, the other safety's got 3. So they got some ball hawks at safety. So Patrick's going to be looking for those guys, watching out for those guys. But one of their best tacklers who plays in the secondary and is going to be a cover guy could be out. We'll see what happens. Maybe he won't be. Not going to count on it. I don't know if we have any more information on this one than the other one, but well, if it doesn't open up, we're not going to because I'm going to close it. Okay, we're going to close it. We're going to move on. Close. What do you do when your show starts acting up like this? I know it's not responding. Let's go back to the chatting screen. I'll fix this on my own. Okay, it's closed. Cool. Got it. Figured out. Perfect. Going back to the other screen again real quick for you guys. So join the Chargers. They have no fans in LA. Should have stayed in San Diego. 1 million % they should have. 1 billion %. So we looked at the stats. We're going to get rid of that because I don't want that thing messing my window up again. We're going to look at this in a minute. This is the playoff potentialities. And if you look right here, let me zoom that in for you a little bit. I got Kansas City as the 2nd seed. 11-6. Broncos 11-6. 7th seed. And there's a way the Broncos don't make the playoffs. We'll show you that in a second. This race is not over, folks. No one should be sleeping on the Chiefs. Everyone should know better than to sleep on the Chiefs. Nick Wright, I want Nick Wright to be a little louder about his support of the Chiefs because he gets a little bit too quiet for me. I don't dig that. That bothers me. Anyway, the Chargers, the aforementioned Chargers. So the Broncos got to play the Chargers, right? Chargers already beat them. Chargers beat them in September, 23-20. Last year, Chargers swept them. Broncos haven't beaten them since 2023. So what are we talking about here? Bo Nix was there last year. He was there earlier in the year this year. The Chargers are 3-0. Justin Herbert is 3-0 versus Bo Nix. Now, Justin Herbert's got a broken non-throwing hand. Guys play through crap like that all the time. We'll see how bad it is. He had surgery on it. This week might be a little rough. If he takes care of it, But whatever happens with the Chargers, if they put the backup in tonight and they lose, and they have struggles, do you think they're going to lay up against the Broncos or us? No, they're going to bring their A game. They're going to do everything they can to beat us. Division rivals. They're not going to sit back and let us just take a win. And they're not going to do that for the Broncos either. You saw the Raiders tonight. The Raiders weren't giving up. The Raiders needed to bench Geno sooner. Geno was looking antsy. He's been sacked a ton. So I'm not surprised that he's been looking antsy. But the Chargers could absolutely beat the Broncos. So let's go to this playoff screen. I have the Chiefs at the 2nd seed by week 18. And you're thinking to yourself, well, you probably had like upset the Raiders beating the Broncos, right? Oh, no. Au contraire, mon frere. Right there, I had the Broncos beating the Raiders. Now, this is predicated on us winning out. Obviously, we have to go 11-6. Especially now. Broncos keep putting the pressure on. I had the Bills beating the Bengals. I wanted to go Bengals over the Bills, and they almost did it. But Josh Allen put his cape on and went nuts. I got the Lions over the Cowboys. I got the Dolphins over the Jets. That happened. I got the Ravens over the Steelers. That didn't happen. Let's change that. That puts us at 3rd seed. Puts the Denver Broncos at 6th. Because that... How did that do that? That's interesting. Now it's going back to not that. Okay. So the Steelers won. We've got the tiebreaker against the Ravens. We've got the tiebreakers against the Colts, who lost today. And Daniel Jones is out. So the Colts should not be a problem going forward. Tennessee Titans are already eliminated. And we got to take care of the Texans tonight. We have to. Looks like the Rams are going to beat the Cardinals. Packers are going to beat the Bears. I had that one. I didn't get this one. Saints beat the Buccaneers. That was an upset. Texans beat the Browns. Shedeur Sanders had his best game ever tonight. He played his butt off. Dude can play. How good he can play, I don't know. It's the Titans, but we'll see. But he played his butt off tonight. Almost had a comeback right at the end. I was kind of hoping that they would that ball ping-ponging around, that they would grab it and somehow make a play, but it didn't happen. Titans locked him up. They tightened up. But it's against the Browns. I had Washington beating the Vikings. That did not happen. The Vikings blanked them. And the Seahawks beating the Falcons. That was an easy one. Now, next week, I have Green Bay beating the Broncos. Could that happen? Do we think Green Bay could beat the Broncos? I think they could. I already got the Chargers there. They could beat the Broncos. I'm giving my goat away here. I don't want to give all this stuff away. Where's my Bronco page? Oh, these are the Texan games. Never mind. People are getting concerned about our line if guys are injured. Remember this guy? Andrew Wiley? People are saying stuff about our line tonight that reminded me of Andrew Wiley. Because remember, we were going against the Raiders, and Max Crosby and him knew each other back in the college days. And Andrew was the one in question. Everyone was saying he's going to get worked by Max Crosby. Chiefs have no chance. I want to make sure I'm not. Let me know if there's any echo or anything there, guys. I don't want to mess up the volume on you guys. But Kevin says, I really think we will win out. The schedule is very favorable to do so. The road games are layups, Titans and Raiders. Yes, they are. I agree. I don't call them layups. I call them tune-ups. Those are the games where it's like you got to get your T's crossed and your I's dotted in those games. Play like the best team you can be and leave no doubt. Go into the playoffs 11-6, having run the table. Why does everybody think the Broncos, who are on a huge winning streak, can just run the table for the rest of the season? They're going to falter. The Patriots are going to run the table they could falter. Patriots got to play the Bills again. You see the Bills today? Josh Allen's not going away, folks. I'm a Josh Allen fan. I'm a Patrick Mahomes fan first, but I'm a Josh Allen fan. If anybody out there thinks Josh Allen's going away, he's not. He had his leave no doubt hat on tonight, and his defense did as well. They're going to be a pain in the ass come playoff time. And I hope we're there to battle them again because I love it. And the fact that we own them in the playoffs, which is awesome. There's another guy, Nick Allegretti. Remember him? Remember Nicky Spaghetti? What's it say right here? Super Bowls 1, 2, Andrew Wiley. Super Bowls 1, 3. Three-time NFL champion Nick Allegretti. These guys played meaningful reps for the Kansas City Chiefs. They had to come in off the bench and play for us. Burrow really crumbled at the end. He sure did. He made some really stupid mistakes. I was watching finished my gig today. I was doing a gig today, and I got finished just in time to watch the big comeback. The Bills were down. The Bills were like getting smoked. And I saw the big comeback. And all I could think of when I was watching Burrow collapse was the same thing I've thought multiple times for the Chiefs this season. Run the ball. Run the ball. You've got the lead. It's snowing. Run the ball. They wouldn't. They didn't. They couldn't, I guess. I don't know what they thought. Kansas City, when your schedule shows 6 losses all by 1 score, most of them by 2 or 3 points, there's no game where there was any excuse to not run the ball. Ask O-linemen, do you prefer run blocking or pass blocking? 99% of them are going to go, I want to run block all day long. Maybe it's less than 99, but it's a lot. It's the great majority. I want to grab the defense and I want to dictate to them where the hell they're going on the field. You're going this way because I said and I'm bigger than you. I'm going to bully you all over the field until you get tired of getting your ass kicked. And then you want to take a rep off. You want to, hey, sideline, my back's kind of, I got an elbow thing. I got this, there's this, yeah, you got yourself smashed. Speaking of smashed, the Cowboy game, question for you guys. Did you see the beautiful pancake block by Josh Simmons that got called a hold? These refs got to get their heads all the way out of their asses. And I saw it against Detroit. I saw it in different games. Not our game. Cowboys in Detroit. Other games, not the Chiefs playing at all. Watch them going, these refs are so inconsistent this year. It's pathetic. It's gotten worse every year. NFL, you make $8 gajillion a year. Make the refs full-time. Stop farting around. I want these dudes in classes all off season. I want them studying tape. I want them practicing. I want them watching plays. I want them to watch plays that they're not familiar with and go, how would you have called this? I want them to get simulators together and show a play. What would you have called here? Anything? Multiple things? Nothing at all? And I want them graded like crazy until it's like rote in their head. Clockwork. Like it's already supposed to be. But it's impossible when you're a part-timer. If our NFL players only practiced part-time, didn't come to every game, didn't play, they wouldn't be as good. You don't master things by being part-time. I saw that block. It was a very bogus call, Keller. You're correct, sir. We didn't do it this week, but I don't get why we sometimes bring a player up from the practice squad only to put him on the inactive list. Yeah, we do that a lot. It happens. I don't know. And you're wasting his elevation because you can only do it a couple times a year, right? That one guy with glasses has been suspended like 3 times. Still see him out there every week. Been inactive? Okay. Yeah, man, it's like there's no excuse to not run the football. Okay? And for those people out there who say we should be worried about the Broncos, look at this game. 22-19. At their house. It took everything going right for them and a lot of things going wrong for us. And a last-minute field goal in that loud-ass stadium. It's loud. I've been in there. That place shakes when people start screaming. It took everything they had to get a 3-point win against us. Bring that shit to Arrowhead. Bring it. Bring that. Hey, Bo Nix, how about when you can't hear yourself think? It's going to remind you of those college days. Those games that you choked. The games that you couldn't win. You're a great quarterback in college. But those road games, those games where you didn't have the crowd advantage, they're a lot rougher, aren't they? Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. I want to go to the standings really quick because I meant to bring this up. The one thing I will say is it bothers me to no end that people are slagging our defense a lot. Now, they got stuff to clean up. They need to be better, granted. But as far as scoring defense, we've allowed 232 points. The Broncos have allowed 3 more than we have. They've scored 3 more than we have. They've also played an additional football game. Chargers have allowed 20 more points than us. Texans, great defense. They've only allowed 198. Let's see after tonight. Nobody else in the league. 241, 293, 296, 349, 311, 320, 413 for the Bengals, 301 for the Browns, 272 Jaguars, 285 Colts. That Jaguar game kills me. That one should never have gotten away. 357 for the Titans. Number 1 with a bullet, their defense. They're going down. We gotta operate on them like surgically. We have the second lowest points allowed in the league. Now we're a game behind some of these teams, obviously. But that's a good defense, guys. That's a good defense. We got to get out of our own way. We got to stop making mistakes. It's real simple. Knowing the Broncos, they will ask the referee for silence or penalty like crybaby. See, this is the thing. When you've been to Heart of Chiefs Kingdom for a long time, you get these jokes. It's crazy. It's crazy. Our defense is really good. They've made some mental errors. I'm going to give them grace. This defense, are they better or worse than the defense the first year we won the Super Bowl with Patrick and these guys in 2019? Better or worse? I'm asking. 2019, 2020, obviously. Better, by far. No, you got to go sit down, buddy. Sorry. Cat wants to get noisy. They're a much better defense than we had then. Now, are they the best defense we've had? No, we've had some killer defenses. But they're very good. They're very capable. They got to stop shooting themselves in the foot. They got to get off the field on third down. They got to stop grabbing people. Because we're not going to get the calls. We've never gotten the calls. Go back and see my last couple shows where I've highlighted that. Since Andy Reid, if you guys weren't here when I mentioned it before, since Andy Reid took over the Kansas City Chiefs as a head coach, we are the most penalized team in the NFL. So whenever anybody talks to you about that nonsense, Google, say, most penalized teams in the NFL 2013 to 2024, because this season's not totaled up yet. Most penalized team in the league, more than 31 other teams, your Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah. So tell them to stick that in their pipe and smoke it. Why do I think we can beat the Broncos? I already told you. Yeah, they beat us 38-0. Ooh, they're on a 2-game win streak. That was our JV squad. And Andy Reid showed nothing. And we went to the Super Bowl. They did not. Game before that, 16-14 Chiefs win. Game before that, at the Broncos, flu game for Patrick Mahomes, 24-9. Didn't run the ball. Patrick was sick. That should have been a backup game. That should have been put the backup quarterback in there, protect Patrick. Before that, Chiefs win, Chiefs win, Chiefs win, Chiefs win, Chiefs win, Chiefs win. Chiefs destroyed them. Chiefs win, Chiefs win. Chiefs win. Chiefs win. Chiefs win. Do we get the point here? Chiefs win. Chiefs win. We own their asses. We will mash them on Christmas Day. Whatever's going on, whether we're in the playoffs, whether we're eligible, whether we're not, whether they've already locked up the division, especially if they locked up to our division and they're not playing for seeding, then they're going to play their backup squad. We're going to crush this team when they come to Arrowhead. Make no mistake. Do I think they're dangerous? Do I think they have weapons? They absolutely do. The biggest weapon they have going for them right now is somehow Sean Payton is reliving his Bounty Gate year where he's allowed to hit guys on the echo of the whistle. His team's allowed to hit guys late, rough up quarterbacks, grab receivers early, and he's getting away with it a lot. A lot. And you look, oh, but they got flagged more than the Raiders early. Yeah, because when you do it a bunch, it's going to get called sometimes, but all the times it doesn't get called, you have an advantage. It's called cheating. It's called the way some coaches live by, everything's legal till you get caught. I don't personally like coaches like that. Andy Reid hasn't been a coach like that. Andy Reid has ragged guys when they've done dirty shit. Ragged them out. The Chiefs are going to put the pedal down tonight. They have to. Why do I think they can beat the Texans? Well, we're on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-game winning streak. The one loss was in that Super Bowl year, 2024. We lost 24 to 31. Excuse me. Why do I think we can beat them? Well, if you guys remember that game, I remember that game. It was a weird time. I was working as a bartender in Louisville, Kentucky. Yeah. It was my years where I wasn't acting because COVID lockdowns were about to happen and then did happen. But I was working as a bartender, so I was like, they decided to do these broadcasts of the football games at AMC theaters. I was like, I'm going to go watch the game. This will be great. That was the game where two things happened. DeAndre Hopkins fumbled the ball trying to get more yardage, and they Jeff tripleted us and gave it back to them saying forward progress stop when it was not. He didn't even have time to go to the ground yet. He fumbled the ball. He wasn't going backwards. Anyway, whatever. It was a fumble. It was called a fumble. They reversed it, gave him the ball back. And another play, Patrick threw a pick. Only it wasn't a pick because there was defensive holding they grabbed Travis Kelce. And they flagged it, defensive holding. And they called it defensive holding. So Patrick threw it up in the end zone. They picked it off. Ref comes up, picks up the flag, and says there's no flag. There's no penalty for defensive holding. So those two things had to happen for them to win by, oh, look at that, one score. Sound familiar? The closest they've come to beating us since then was having a 24-0 lead with 10:58 to go in the second quarter of the playoffs against the Kansas City Chiefs. What happened after that? Do we remember? Chiefs touchdown, 24-7. Chiefs touchdown, 24-14. Chiefs touchdown, 24-21. Chiefs touchdown, 24-28. Chiefs touchdown, 24-34. Chiefs touchdown, 24-41. Texans touchdown, 41-31. Is it going to be a game? Nah, Chiefs touchdown, 48-31. Chiefs field goal, 51-31. Get off the field. That's the closest they've come to beating us since that poorly officiated football game. And that was our first playoff win on the route to the Super Bowl. Our first Super Bowl championship in my lifetime. How we do the next week? Next game. Next time we played them, 34-20. Next time we played them, 30-24. 6 points. One score game. In overtime. Next game, 27-19. Next game, 23-14. 9 points. Next game, last time we played them. Oh, sorry, that was the last time we played them. Yeah. So, what are we talking about here? This is a team that only once has come within one score of us in the last 5 times we played them. You almost might say we have their number. You almost might say, like Aaron Rodgers once said, we own them. Is their defense legit? Hell yeah. Do they got a lot of pride? I'm sure they do. You know who else has got a lot of pride? Our offensive line. The backups want to prove themselves. They might get a chance tonight. A number of them. The inactive list is already in. The doubtfuls or whatever. Let's go take a check and see if there's any news on Chiefs versus Texans. Who is out? Because the game's less than an hour away. They got to let everybody know. Yep, Trey Smith and Jawan Taylor officially inactive for tonight, which we thought. So we have 3 starters missing on the O-line. What is the narrative tomorrow if the Chiefs win this football game and win it going away? For one, Nick Wright should and probably will be incorrigible. Should absolutely be dropping banners. On our way. The on our way banner, Nick. You heard it here first. We're on our way. That's step 1. That's domino 1. What's the Chiefs' schedule? Texans, we got to take them out. We get them at home. We get the Chargers at home. We go on the road to the Titans. If we don't beat them, we don't deserve to go to the playoffs. We're not ready. Broncos, we get them at home. And then on the road against the Raiders, the way the Raiders played most of tonight, we should destroy the Raiders again. And if that game is required to win the division, make no doubt, I's will be dotted and T's will be crossed on that night. There's no more messing around. It is officially leave no doubt o'clock. Your and my Kansas City Chiefs are about to get ready to play on this football field. I'm excited. You should be excited. Game time kickoff is 8:20 p.m. Chris Sims, we're going to have receipts for you, brother. We win this game, we're going to bring the receipts out tomorrow. Him and Mike Florio. And I got to eat this because it's getting cool. I got to heat it up. My spaghetti meatballs against yours, Mike. I've already been told mine looks delicious, and it is. It is. Oh, this Italian? This Danilo Alessandro Di Giulio, this guy knows how to make a nice pasta. And io capisco un po' l'italiano. Not a whole, I'm not bilingual. I think Mike's bilingual. He's got that on me. But I'm from the north. I'm tall. I'm handsome. Oh, I was handsome once upon a time. Mike was probably handsome. Skinny, but handsome when he was younger. He's pretty rough looking now. Not that I'm easy on the eyes at this point. The beard is in effect. Got the championship hat on. We got to play like champions tonight, guys. Notre Dame. Speaking of play like champion, Notre Dame left out of the playoffs. 3 lost Alabama, including getting their butts kicked by my Georgia Bulldogs last night. Somehow gets in the playoffs. College football make gosh darn sense. Y'all suck. You're all hot garbage. You don't know how to do things. You just it's politics. It's 1 billion% politics because the Crimson Tide should have rolled out last night into oblivion because my Bulldogs whooped them up and down the field. Gunnar Stockton, you go, dog. Bulldogs run defense, oh, you go, dogs. Tonight, Sack Nation, you've been looking abandoned this season. You've been looking abandoned, and we need the full population of Sack Nation to be in effect tonight. Patrick Mahomes, people talking about Patrick Mahomes like he's not a great quarterback, like he's not doing great things. Patrick Mahomes last week, 23 of 34, 261 yards, 4 touchdowns on Kansas City. We're on 10 days rest, guys. No excuses. Leave no doubt. This is a must-have game. Every game going forward is a must-have game if you want to have a chance to win the AFC West for an unprecedented 10th time in a row. Let's do it. Let's get it. And if this Chiefs team runs a table 5-0, whether they go in the 2nd seed, 3rd seed, or 7th seed, whatever it is, I got to run through some more playoffs for you, but before I go. But whatever way they get in, and I believe they'll get in, you want to play them in the wild card round? You want to possibly go to Arrowhead and play them on a 5-game win streak? You think Arrowhead is loud? It's going to be loud. I know you, Chiefs Kingdom. I know the ones that show up for the games. I know you'll be there full-throated tonight, roaring your heads off. Make it loud. Make it painful. It's going to be cold, so bundle up because it's going to be painful for the fans. But it's going to be painful for those indoor AstroTurf running Houston Texans. And that could give our offensive line a little edge, a little extra buffer against those speedy pass rushers because we got to keep those guys in check. Got to be playing some games against them. They're going to be stunting and twisting and doing all kinds of weirdness. Run the ball right at them. In the face. I want to see 2 taser tongs in the face. Yeah. I want to see that of running the football. Pacheco and Hunt, boom, boom, over and over again. Pummel them. And when the shots are there, Patrick, take them, baby. Take them. You've reminded everybody this season what you're capable of doing. This is Patrick Mahomes reminds me the way he's looked at by the NFL pundits. He's the quarterback version of Derek Thomas, because when Derek Thomas, his last season, rest his soul, he didn't go to the Pro Bowl. Wasn't all pro because he didn't have Derek Thomas numbers. But he's one of the best rated linebackers in the league. Patrick Mahomes, oh, he's dropping off a cliff. Is he really? Because I got him at 4th in passing yards. I got him at 2nd in attempts. I got him at 3rd in completions. Game behind this guy. Game behind this guy. He's a game behind both these guys. He's a game behind a lot of these guys. Would we like more touchdowns? Sure. He's at 22. Still top 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And a game behind 2 guys that he's tied with and 1 guy that he's 1 behind. Well, Drake May's actually going to play yet, I believe. So Drake's there too. Drake's been that. I mean, the Patriots are in good hands. Drake May's only thrown 6 picks. Patrick's only thrown 7. 3 out of the other guys have all thrown double digits. 10 for Dak, 10 for Josh, 11 for Sam. Jared Goff and Matthew Stafford taking care of the ball like always. 40-plus yard passes. Patrick, top 5. 20-plus yard passes. That's upside down. Oh, there we go. 20-plus yard passes. Patrick, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Top 6. Top 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, top 6. Number 6. Again, Sam's already played. Josh has already played. Has he been sacked a lot? He's been sacked 27 times. So not horrible, not great. Patrick is not falling off. We started the season without Rashee Rice. Immediately lost Xavier Worthy. Tyquan Thornton falls down every time he catches the ball or the ball comes near him. Travis Kelce is balling out. He's one of the top 3 tight ends in the league. People say, no, he's done. He's washed. Wake up, people. Wake up. So we went to week 15. We're going to finish off with this playoff stuff. And I'm going to heat up and eat my pasta and meatballs. Okay? So this week we got Denver losing to the Green Bay Packers, which I believe is a possibility. Did a big blast out tonight. Why they're not using Bowers more, the Raiders, I have no idea what's going on there. If you don't want him, give him to us. He can be Travis Kelce's apprentice. That'd be magic. No offense to the other tight ends we got on the team. Bowers is different, man. That Bulldog is different. I got the Texans coming back and winning the next week. I got us beating the Chargers. I got the Jags continuing their winning streaks. I got the Colts losing to the Seahawks, which I believe is easy to see. I got the Ravens beating the Bengals. I got the Steelers losing to Miami. You watch Miami today? That could happen. I'm going to give the Vikings over the Giants because the Giants, I don't know what's going on there. I'm going to give the Seahawks a win over the Rams. I think their defense is too much for them, and they're at home. The 12th man is going to be loud. I got the Eagles beating the Washington Commanders. I got the Panthers beating the Bucks, who are free-falling right now. I got Green Bay coming back and beating the Bears again. I got the Jacksonville Jaguars beating the Broncos. I think they're going to lose one, and I think they're going to slide. I think the Green Bay Packers beat them next week, and I think they slide. Jags are going to get them. Colts lose to the 49ers. Chargers lose to the Cowboys. That all helps us. What are the Texans doing that week? Beating the Raiders. Week 17, we got to beat the Broncos. We want a chance to win the AFC West. We got to beat the Broncos. Continue their slide. That's 3 games. Only 1 to go. Only 1 to go. And who are they playing that last week? We'll find out in a second. Lions beating the Vikings. Cowboys beating the Commanders. Steelers come back and get a win over the Browns. Patriots beat the Jets. Who cares? Who cares, Bull? Colts come back and beat the Jaguars. Probably not going to happen. So if that happens, Patriots become the number 2 seed. Jags become the 1st seed. The Jags could be the number 1 seed by week 17 if they keep winning. Isn't that nuts? Texans beating the Chargers. If the Chargers beat the Texans, Texans are out. If the Texans beat the Chargers, Texans are the 7th seed. Eagles over the Bills. Let's say the Bills win that one. Bills go up to the 2nd seed. Eagles fall. Sorry, Patriots fall to the 5th seed. How are the Patriots falling? I have them winning. I have them losing to the Bills. If the Patriots lose to the Bills, everything changes for them. If you don't think the Bills have that on their clock, if you don't think they're looking at that, guarantee you they're looking at that. Jags beating the Colts again, obviously. We have the tiebreaker on them. Where is Baltimore? Ravens beating Green Bay. I have the Ravens upsetting Green Bay and being in there. Let's say Green Bay beats them. Ravens are still in the same spot. Doesn't change. They're still a 4th seed because they're still winning their division. What happened to the Steelers? Well, the Steelers lost to Miami. Even though they beat the Browns. If Green Bay beats them, they're 8-9. Go to week 18. What are the Steelers doing? I have them losing to the Ravens. If the Steelers win, the Steelers are in. 4th seed. I think that one of them is going to be 9-8, one's going to be 8-9, and that's going to be the winner or loser. We got to beat the Raiders. That makes us 11-6. Right there, we got us as 3rd seed. Broncos, I have the Broncos losing to the Chargers again. They've lost them 3 times straight, including this season. Twice last year they were swept. Could the Chargers sweep them again? If you don't think, even with that, the Broncos are still in. They're still the 6th seed. If you don't think that Jim Harbaugh is going to do everything he can to try to beat them. Now, if he knows he can't knock them out, maybe he rests some people. If the Broncos win, we flip spots. They get 12th win. They're the 3rd seed. We're the 6th. We got to go to Denver. If the Chargers beat them, we're at home in Kansas City in round 1 against the Denver Broncos. If the Patriots beat the Dolphins, what happens? Buffalo's number 2, Patriots number 5. If the Patriots beat the Dolphins, they swap. Patriots become the 1 seed again. Jags fall back down. Even with the win. Because the Patriots have one more win than them. So this is the way it could shake out. If we lose to the Raiders, we're still in. Let's say we beat the Raiders. If we lose to the Broncos, we're still in. Let's say we beat the Broncos. If we lose to the Titans, we're still in. If we lose to the Chargers, we're out. If we lose to the Chargers, and in week 18 the Chargers lose to the Broncos, we're back in. So there's about 8 or 9 scenarios, whatever you want to call it. If we take care of business, we're in. If we lose one more game, if we lose tonight, we're out. We would need the Chargers to free fall. We beat them there. We're back in. If we lose tonight and we're in the table, let me see. Do we ever run the table here? I think so. Yes, 10-7. We're in. If we lose tonight, basically we need the Chargers to not have the same record as us. Let's see here. If the Chargers beat us there, they're in because we are. What's loading? This is, of course, the last thing I'm doing. That would make them 9-8. We'd be 9-8. They'd have swept us. We'd be out. If we tie them, let's say the Chargers beat the Cowboys. Okay. I think that makes us tied right there. Oh, no. The Chargers beat the Texans. They're still not in. If the Chargers beat the Broncos, that would put them in. And that would put us out because they'd be 11-6. A lot of things going on. Most of it's in our control. With us at 10-7, okay. Where did I have another loss? Oh, the Texans probably. So we beat the Texans. Chargers went out. Went out. We got to beat the Chargers. If we got to be 11-6 for that to happen. Okay. So we don't want to be 10-6. Definitely don't want that. Actually, 10-7. Sorry, 10-7. We'd be. This one's funny. If we beat the Texans and the Chargers went out, except for us, we beat the Texans and went out. Basically, we can put the Chargers in the playoffs. It's crazy. The math is nuts. The game's coming up. I'd eat my food before the game starts because I don't want to be eating spaghetti and meatballs while I'm watching a football game. You guys are awesome. Thank you for being here. Let me go back to the chatting screen real quick. Suffice it to say, I didn't hear that screen change, so I want to make sure that everything's... Oh, I have my thing turned off. That's why. The math is nuts. There we go. The game's coming up. I'd eat my food before the game starts. There's the echo. The show sounds nice and clear. I'm glad to hear it. Let's have a little music real quick before we go. Caught drinking again. This time it's a little bit of whiskey and Dr. Pepper. 0 sugar. Guys, the math is in our favor if we take care of business going forward. We could even lose a game. We have to outplay the Chargers the rest of the season. Preferably, we got to beat the Texans tonight. If we beat the Texans tonight and we lose one more game and it's not against the Chargers the rest of the way, we're very likely in the playoffs. If the Broncos, who won tonight, if they slide, they could slide all the way out of the playoffs or down to the 6th or 7th seed. This version, I have them. Let's put them here. Boom. Jags and Broncos could be swapping seeds, but that's about it. Week 15. Let's say they beat Green Bay. They could be the number 1 seed. If the Broncos and Patriots both finish 14-3, the Broncos would be the number 1 seed. That I don't want. I don't want them getting a week off. Definitely don't. But like I said, guys, I feel like everything's within our control. If the Jags beat them, they're the 3rd seed. Lose to Green Bay. Lose to the Jags. Lose to us, obviously. If the Chargers sweep them, they're the 7th seed. Chargers are in. We're in. We play the Chargers at SoFi. That's all I got for you guys. It's been a great show. Thanks for the support. I'm going to go heat up my spaghetti and meatballs. And until after the game, I might come back on. I don't know. We'll have a little celebration. I got my Santa hat ready. I got my Chiefs socks ready just in case. I think the championship hat's going to be enough tonight. But Mike Florio, it's my spaghetti meatballs versus yours, big guy. Bring it on. Go Chiefs.